What's up, YouTube? What's up, guys? Hope you guys are all doing great. So in this video, I will be talking about how to start your vending machine business. Just to give you guys a little background, about 2 years ago, I got laid off from tech in 2024. So I came up with the idea that I want to start a vending machine business. And how I got inspired for vending machine business is my favorite, our platform, YouTube. So on YouTube, I came across other YouTubers that have been in the vending machine business. I watched a lot of their videos that actually motivated me to go ahead and take the first step and, launch my vending machine business. Let's talk about starting a vending machine business. So the first thing you want to do, a lot of people get this wrong. The first thing you want to do is find your location, not the machine first. Because if you don't have a location, where will you put your vending machine? Finding your location is step one. He's saying it, finding a location, it sounds easy, but no, it's not easy. It's basically like cold calling. So what I did is when I was laid off, I designated about 2 to 3 days. And what I did is I woke up in the morning, got ready, packed up everything, and I went basically, door to door. I asked, hi, my name is Meath. I'm the owner of Meath's vending machine business. Would you be wanting to keep a vending machine on your guys' site for your employees, for, any customers that walk in? So it's a service that we provide. And so when I was looking for locations, I mentioned that, it's a service that we provide. So we should not be having to pay rent or splitting the profits. I was very clear about that, and I mentioned that, this is a service that I want to provide your business for your employees and for your customers that, come inside your shop. Every time you do your pitch, make sure to ask, how's the foot traffic like? What's your guys' business hours? How many employees you guys have? So I definitely highly suggest to ask those questions. So how I landed my first location is, my first location is actually at my mechanic's shop. I've known my mechanic for a very long time, and one day I actually reached out to them and I asked them that, hey, I just got into the vending machine business, and I know we have, we have good trust for a very long time. Would you guys be interested in having my vending machine on your guys' location? So they said that they currently had a vending machine on site right now, but after a few days, I got a call back and they said that, the previous guy was not filling up the vending machine for a couple of months. He was MIA, and they just weren't happy with the service. So they wanted to give me a chance. So that's where I came in. So that's how I started with location number one. So location number one, the first machine that I got is a combo machine. So this was able to hold drinks as well as snacks. So it was a combo machine. But the mistake that I made is I found this machine for cheap. It was not eligible for a card reader. It was one of the older vending machines. I was very excited. My mind was blowing that, hey, I just bought my first machine. I have my location ready, hauled the vending machine over, installed everything, set it up at my friend's mechanic shop. The vending machine stayed there for a good 6 months. The sale was doing really good. After that, about 6 months later, they asked me that, hey, Meath, is it possible that you can bring a machine that has a card reader on it that we can just tap or, slide the card? So what I did is I sold that vending machine, my old one. I sold it for about the same price, got rid of that, and then looking on Facebook Marketplace for a new vending machine. And so the location did recommend that, they want a combo vending machine. So once again, I was looking for a vending machine that would fit all the drinks, fit all the snacks. So a vending machine that I was looking for was a vending machine where I can fit different sizes of cans, different sizes of bottles, whether it wanted to be a Snapple bottle, whether it wanted to be a big monster can, or, it could just be the regular soda can. I found a machine, and that's where I ended up paying $3,000 total with delivery for this machine. But this machine was perfect. It had, it was a combo machine. It already had the Nayax card reader on it, and brought it to my spot. So that machine has been, overall, it's been really good. So how I found my second location is, so finding a second location, since I didn't have any contacts, it was definitely hard. It took me a while. As I mentioned, I designated 3 days to go, door to door. I went to different laundromats. I went to warehouses, storage facilities, smog shops. So name it. I even tried hotels, different places. I even tried local offices, to see if they wanted to keep a vending machine. By going door to door, door to door, it is a lot of work, but your hard work does pay off. So that's where I found my second location. My second location was a United rental place. So this is a place where they have tools. One day I walked into a place called United Rentals, introduced myself as, hey, my name is Meath. I'm the owner of Meath's Vending Machine, and I wanted to see if you guys would be interested in, my vending machine service for your guys' employees, as well as all the people, all the foot traffic that walks in here, if they want to grab a snack or just a drink. That actually worked out really well. And it was the same scenario. So they actually had a vending machine on site, but they said the previous owner had just abandoned the vending machine and hadn't restocked in a couple of months. So this is where I got my chance to shine. After I got my first location, I built a binder. So I went on to Google and just for all the snacks that I wanted to keep and all the drinks that I wanted to offer, candies that I wanted to offer, I pasted it on to a Google Doc, and then I printed that out and put it in a binder. So anytime I approached a business, I would introduce myself and then show them the binder and just show them that, these are the variety of snacks and drinks that I offer. Is this something you would like? After I introduced myself at United Rental, they really liked me and they decided to give me a chance. So this is where the story begins. With the owner, I asked, he's looking for just a drink machine. Are you guys only wanting a snack machine? Or would you guys be interested in a combo machine? I also asked, do you guys want a card reader, or are you guys okay with just a machine that takes cash? So second location, they mentioned they wanted a combo machine, snacks, drinks, and candy, so all in one. And they did want a card reader as well. So I found a machine for $1,000, and I actually made a friend. So she's been in this business for a very long time, and basically, me and other people, we would call her basically the vending machine mafia, because the area that I live in, a lot of surroundings, she has taken over a vending machine. And she's talking big banks in vending machine business, making big banks. So I ran into her. I met her through Facebook Marketplace. We became friends. I ended up buying a vending machine from her for $1,000, and within the $1,000, the Nayax card reader came on there. I brought over the vending machine onto the second location, United Rental. So what I did is brought the vending machine to the second location. I asked the owners, would it be possible to just kind of take a survey of, what your employees like to eat, what type of candy they like, what type of drinks they like. So this actually would give me a better idea of, instead of putting just random stuff in the vending machine and not selling, I wanted to keep stuff inside that, I know that their employees would actually eat. So that's what I did. So I asked them, hey, what type of candy do you like? So one of the bestseller at both of my locations is Sneaker. The other one is Kit Kat. Reese's is another one. So these are the three candies that have been a hit for me. So basically I asked them, what snacks do you guys want? What type of food do you guys want? So basically I put all that in. So that's how I started. I serviced that machine, refilled that machine, I built that relationship, and I started going once a week, and then, making sure that the machine is running good. Anything that needs to be stocked up, I stocked it up, and I checked in with the manager just to see, how everything is doing. And that's what made me stand out, having that good customer service and, actually building that relationship and showing up on. So sometimes, I'm not going to lie, that machine, the second one, sometimes, it had issues with cooling. So whenever they called me that, hey, Meath, the cooler isn't working, the drinks are, they're warm, and it's almost like 90 degrees outside. So whenever they reached out to me, I told them that, hey, I honestly apologize for this inconvenience. I know on a hot day like this, it sucks to not have cold drinks. So what I'm going to do is let me reach out to my cooler guy, and I'll be there either today or, within 24 hours. So that actually helped me build respect and, build that good relationship, trust. So through the vending machine mafia, my friend, so she hooked me up with the person that repairs coolers for super cheap. She hooked me up with person that moves the vending machines from one location to another, also for dirt cheap. So she became one of my really go-to connection. And anytime I needed advice, whether it's a quarter jam, machine isn't working, something, she was my person to go to, and I'm honestly very grateful that I've been able to learn a lot from her. So if you know anybody that's in the vending machine business or have any connections, I would definitely use them as resources because they can definitely teach you a lot and can actually come in handy. So a tip that I want to mention is before I go further, so some very important questions that you want to ask them. Is there a lot of foot traffic over here? Is there a lot of people going in and out? If you don't mind me asking, employees do you have? Because that will help you determine is there enough foot traffic for your business to do well? Does the business actually have a lot of employees? Because if there's not a lot of employees, your food, your drinks will sit in the vending machine for a long time. They'll expire out. You'll lose out on money. You'll be frustrated. So you don't want that to happen. And so I'm gonna go ahead and just fast forward a little bit. Ended up going back to my regular tech job. So decided that the second location is going to be a little out of the way. So I ended up selling that location, but I did not lose money out on that. So I bought the machine for $1,000. I wanted to do a quick sale, so on Facebook Marketplace, the vending machine with the location, including the NIX card reader for $2,500. So I ended up selling it for $2,000, just a fast, quick deal. What I did offer is the person that bought it, I offered them a couple of days of training on how to how to use the machine, how to fill it up, how to use the system, how to like set prices, how to take out the money if there's a quarter jam. So basically just showing him the basics, and then I also provided my contacts for if he ever has cooler issues, if something isn't working. So I provided all those. And I was always there for him, with it for a week or two if he ever had any questions. But then, rest, it was going to be on his own. But I did my best as I could. And I even provided him the manual for the vending machine. So from my end, I wanted to be as supportive as I can. So I ended up selling that location, and I still have my first one. And knock on wood, my first one has been, it's been a hit. It's been doing great. So I'm honestly very grateful for that one, my first location. So with my regular job, I manage my vending machine business, my location one. And when I started the vending machine business, I made a lot of clips. I recorded on my phone. I was just way excited. It was just kind of like, damn, did I just start a business? It's crazy. I got laid off. But here, I was motivated, just trying to, trying something risky. If you don't try something, if you hesitate, you never try something risky, you don't know if it's going to do good or not. So here I am, 2 years later, I still have my first location. And, I'm very happy that, that location has been a success for me. And I go fill it up. And anytime if anything runs out or, runs out really quick, the owner is a friend, so basically they just text me, hey Meeth, we're running a little bit low on this, can you come through? So that's when I show up the same day or next day and restock the machine. And another thing that this first location, my friend's mechanic shop, loves about me is that each time I service the machine, meaning restock the machine, fill in the coins so that can dispense quarters, dimes, nickels. What I do is after restocking everything, I like to, take a Clorox wipe or just spray, just clean the machine from outside. Clean where, people are going to reach inside to grab the snack or the drink. So basically when I would do that, they said that I really liked that, I kept the vending machine clean. It made them feel good about, it made them feel good that when they put their hand into the machine, it's not ew or it's not yucky, so it's clean. So they mentioned that that was a plus point they liked about me. Another thing that I did is I recommend is, so every couple of months, maybe like 4 or 5 months down on my first location, I checked in with them. I asked them, are you guys bored off these snacks or drinks? Is there anything that, I could do for you guys? Switch anything out, swap anything out? So that's what I did. And, that actually worked. So these guys, since they're mechanics, they love to drink Monster. They love candy. So I did tell them, I'm like, hey, you guys are super cool. I don't want to feed you guys unhealthy. Is there anything you guys want? Like, if you guys want, I'd be happy to put even healthy stuff in there. But they told me that, Meeth, since we're working really hard, mechanics, we're working really hard. We want is Monsters, candy. So if you can just put that in there, that would be great. So their wish was my command, so I put those in there, and it's been doing great. That was my journey of how I got into the vending machine business 2 years ago in 2024. Hope you guys found this video to be helpful and motivating in starting your vending machine business. If you guys do have any questions, feel free to leave a comment, and I will try my best to answer your question and help you out. So I do want to wish you a very best in starting your vending machine business. God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.